Hello my scrappy friends and a big welcome to my YouTube channel once again today. It is Melinda Sweetman here with you with another share for Traci Reed Designs and the beautiful new The Manuscript collection. This one is part of the YouTube hop that the team and myself are participating in, and I am doing a week in my MAMBI Happy Planner. For this year I have gone back to just like the regular size. Well, not gone back to, I've never done the regular size before, but I've been having lots of fun with that. I managed to do a fair number of pages while I was recovering from my surgery. If you're interested in seeing photos of those or a flip through, leave me a comment below and let me know. But today I'm working in it's the second week of May. It's from the 6th of May to the 12th of May, and it also includes Mother's Day. I didn't have a lot happening that week. It was the first week that I was left at home by myself after my surgery. My kids were at school, hubby had gone back to work. Previous to that, he had been working from home so he could look after me. So there are not a lot of photos, but on the entire left-hand side, I have got some journaling that I've done. It is hidden journaling. It is personal, so you don't really get to see it, but I have used one of the Traveler's Notebook papers, I think, done my journaling in Photoshop and printed it all out as one piece, and that's tucked inside. You'll see how that comes together in a little bit. But this is the way that I always work on my Happy Planner spreads. If there's anything interactive or not just a straight stick down the photo or journaling box or whatever, I work on the interactive or more fiddly bits first. So what I've got here, you've seen this photo already. This one obviously is in colour. The last one was in black and white. That's going into my 12 by 12 album, and this is, like I said, going into my Happy Planner. I wanted to include some extra photos in this one, so I have printed this big enough to cover 4 squares in my Happy Planner, and I'm just creating a pocket where I can tuck in a couple of tags. So as you can see, I am just assembling that little pocket. I'm just using double-sided tape, making sure that's all stuck down nice and firmly, and then I can pop this straight onto the page where it's going to go. As you saw, I did use a circle punch to cut out that circle from the front of the photo, which was fine because I wasn't cutting out anything important there. That's the die that I'm going to use to cut the papers to make my tags. Sorry, you have to just forgive me. This cold seems to come back again, but that's all right. So I've just stuck that in there, and then I'm going to work on my tags. I am using a brand new to me photo paper. It is made in Australia, and I really like it. It is a different texture to normal photo paper. It's a different texture to normal paper, but I experimented with the number of pens, and they all work on it. I did find that getting it to cut with the metal die was a little bit tricky, but I made it work in the end. I did just have to go back over it with my craft knife, but like I said, it all works out in the end. So I have printed these obviously on that sticker paper, and you can see I'm just adhering these together. On one tag I have got the same 3 photos that I scrapped yesterday as well, of us drinking our milkshakes. This time again they are in colour because I'm less concerned is not the right word, but I tend not to stress too much about the colours in my Happy Planner, and the collection I'm using, I don't have to have them all coordinate perfectly. I just make whatever I'm working with work. I hope that makes sense. So that first tag has got the photos of us drinking our fancy milkshakes, and then this one is a selfie that I took of the 3 of us as we were leaving Fremantle. I'm I'm pretty lucky, I think. Both of my boys are most of the time pretty happy to jump in and grab a selfie with me when I ask them to. So that's exactly what we were doing. You can see I've stuck my two pattern papers together here, run that through my die cutting machine, and I've just got to trim off the excess here. Like I said, it just paper was a little bit tricky to cut with the with my Big Shot. That's okay. So they fit perfectly in there. I love the way that that works, and I am going to add some pieces that are going to act as like the ribbon, and that is going to cover up some of the top, but that's okay. I don't mind that it covers up what's above it because those tags go in and out quite easily. I have this was so those cards I printed as well on that photo paper, and because I didn't think ahead, this is the rest of the journaling that I had printed on the vellum, on the sticky back vellum. So I've just stuck the journaling onto those little cards that I had printed on the photo paper, and my journaling's in there ready to go. I did write down some measurements to make sure that I printed everything to the right size. So this this is all going on the left hand side, and what I've got is two Traveler's Notebook. I can't remember if they're Traveler's Notebook signatures or Traveler's Notebook papers, but either way, that's what I've used, I think. And I have resized them to fit into my Happy Planner so they cover all the boxes. And I've got two that have printed side by side on an A4 sheet that I've trimmed down and then folded down the center. And so that page that's facing the top of the camera right now is what's going to be stuck to the inside of my Happy Planner. And then the other page that I had that had Life Right Now is another one that I have used one of the digital alphabets and put Life Right Now. Obviously that is the craft one, and I really love the way this came together in the end. I think it looks really cool. I have added some alphabet stickers from my stash as well, just to finish off that title and to carry across all like that same alphabet across the double page as well. So you can see I'm just checking that, making sure it fits properly, that all the pages kind of line up. What I used was double-sided adhesive sheets. That way, so the paper on the inside is the thinner paper that I use when I print the stickers as like ephemera pieces. So I didn't want the adhesive to come through so you could see it, so I just used the double-sided adhesive sheets, and I've done that for all of the pages I've had to stick together. So here is all of the like interactive busy things that I was including, and then I've got these extra 3 photos. I do tend to stick things in chronologically for the most part, and a lot of them are just random little stories that are things that I want to remember. It's not about perfect documenting stories for anybody else. This is mostly just for me. It's almost like a photo diary, and I'm really enjoying the process. So on Friday, that photo is my front yard. My husband got up for work as he always does, went to work, and there was the water was leaking from the supply to the front of the house. Thankfully, it was on the council side and not our side, but he reported it at 5:30 in the morning, and it wasn't fixed until after 6 p.m. Ridiculous. I had a number of people actually stop as they drove past and knock on the door and say, did you know that you are flooding out the front? Yep, thank you very much for letting us know. So that's what that story is. Down the bottom, I had a few errands to run, a few things that I needed to get done. I was very impressed with myself because I remembered to do, I think there was 3 things. I remembered to do all of the things that I needed to do, so it was a bit of a miracle. So this was one of the things that I had to do. One of my children needed new underwear and the donuts. So cute. I am going to add a title to that box as well, but I'm going to add that one off screen. Just if you're a teenage boy mum or being surrounded by teenage boys, some of the things they come out with are hilariously funny and inappropriate. So that's part of why it's being added after I've recorded and photographed this. So I pulled out the bits and pieces that I wanted to embellish with, and I've stuck all those down. I saved you from watching me go through all the piles of things that I had. So I've gone with the 2 butterflies on the left hand side and the quill, the feather quill. I love that, it's so pretty. And then I've got I'm not trying to exaggerate, but so the journaling for our flooded front yard. I kept asking my children, why don't you go for a swim now and you pull out the front? I don't understand why they didn't. And then up at the top right, I've got another one of those journal cards. Again, I printed that on the photo sticker paper, but I've done it in Photoshop Elements in one of my templates that I've created to print boxes to the right size. And then those 2 labels down the bottom just to add a couple of lines of journaling. And here I am building titles with this alphabet. These are some of my most favourite alphabets ever. I'm so sad that October Afternoon is gone, and that I can't get these mini market alphabets anymore. Makes me sad. They're some of my all-time favourites. If anyone has any that they don't use and they want to get rid of, feel free to get in touch. I will buy them. I love them so much. So I loved the beads here that say evidence of. Recently I have walked over to my local shops with my eldest and I was like, oh, do you want to hold my hand? And he was like, no, I'm too old. And then on Mother's Day, I somehow managed, they both were holding my hand, and I said to my husband, quick, get a photo, get a photo. And they were like, what? I'm like, nope, stay here and walk with me. And yeah, they were both holding my hand, and it was just really nice. They grow up way too quick. So I'm just adding that in because I thought that was a sweet little moment. I said that in my last video, I think. So I have added in all of the bits and pieces that I picked out. I've just punched the holes for my fake ribbon. So what I'm going to do is trim off a couple of thin strips from my leftovers where I cut my tags. I'm going to fold those in half because they are printed on the sticker paper and it will stick to itself, and then I can use that as a faux ribbon. And I'm going to use my tiny attacher for that too. You can see I'm struggling a little bit because it keeps trying to stick to itself, which is kind of to be expected. But I get there in the end. So you can see I'm just lining that up as best I can. I'm going to trim it off. And then thread it through. And use my tiny attacher to attach it all, and then I can trim the ends off. I'm going to do the same with my other one as well. I just picked the more contrasting pattern to go with the pattern on the front of each of the cards. Don't think I make you watch all of this one. I was trying to decide if I wanted to use a different pattern for this one, but I end up going with this. Just sticking that down. And there are my 2 tags ready to go. So I'm just going to pop those into the pocket. I think I'm just going to put the 2 pages together, give you a quick look at them together. Off camera I do add all my journaling, and I think I added a few more bits and pieces. I can't remember. You'll see in the photos at the end. But I think I ran out of space on my phone because I've forgotten how to make videos. Anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed my share today. If you have any questions, please make sure you drop them below. As I mentioned earlier, this is part of the Traci Reed Designs YouTube hop, so make sure you hop along. Everything will be in the description box below. As always, thanks so much for choosing to spend your scrappy time with me, and I shall see you in my next process video. Have a fantastic day.